Following the attacks in Paris and Copenhagen, the White House will host a summit on tackling the spread of violent extremism later today. Here in the UK, police have boosted patrols in Jewish areas, but Sky's Richard Suchet reports many in the community are living in fear.
The attacks in Paris and Copenhagen could have happened anywhere. They were attacks on Western culture, on democracy, free speech and tolerance. On that basis, citizens of all European countries, regardless of race or religion, have reason to be concerned. But senior counter-terror officers believe there is a risk to Jewish communities in particular. Jewish targets were common factors in both the Paris and Copenhagen shootings. In Britain, the police are keeping a closer eye than ever on synagogues, Jewish schools and kosher shops. They've boosted police numbers in key areas and increased the frequency of their patrols. But on a sunny weekday afternoon in North London, are British Jews really living in fear? Has there been, do you think, any change in mood amongst the Jewish community in North London over recent weeks?
Yes, people have felt it. They've been hurt by it, and I think they do feel fear more than normal.
In the nearby kosher butcher, it's a similar story. What kind of changes to your life have you made in terms of your shopping for Jewish groceries?
Okay, not so many changes, but I have to say, comes Friday and I need to buy my challah bread. I don't like queuing on the street anymore, if I'm honest, because the queue is always long and I feel a bit uncomfortable.
Because
I'm aware of what happened all over the world, and I'm just thinking any minute it will hit London as well.
I think people are much more concerned and preoccupied, but I think in terms of the day-to-day, how people live their lives, I haven't seen that much of a change.
when you're standing in a queue, even if it's not in a Jewish institution, is there a part of your mind that says, this could be a target, and I could be a target?
Yeah, but not because I'm Jewish, just because I live in the Western world.
Well, I spent most of the day filming in Jewish areas of North London, and what's been really telling is that so many of the businesses, in fact most of the businesses, begged me not to show their shops, not to mention their names, because they didn't want to attract trouble, they didn't want to make themselves a target. And I think that really sums up the mood. On the one hand, people are going about their lives as normal, but on the other, there is a real fear that something terrible could happen at any moment. A cross-party group of MPs looking into anti-Semitism has recommended an increase in funding for security. But there are other vulnerable minority communities too, with their own anxieties that need to be addressed. Richard Suchet, Sky News.
We'll show you pictures and reports from our chief correspondent.